Today we're going to do geometry, lesson 77, surface area and volumes of cones. So think of an ice cream cone. For the lateral area, so that's what you always start with for all of these surface area and volumes, it's pi times your radius times your slant height. Your slant height is your side of the cone. So there's the regular height you'll learn in volume, but the slant height is just the side there. Again, radius is half the diameter, and radius is from the center point to one of the ends of the circle. All cones have a circular base, so they're all dealing with circles in this case. It's not like a different base for every shape. Here we have example 1. We have to find the lateral area. So to do that, we do L. I always write the formula again, so this helps me to understand it more and to know what I'm finding. So pi is just pi. Your radius here, if I look here, it's also in your book, it is 3 times your slant height, which is your side, is 7. Keep multiplying that. 7 times 3 is 21 pi. And they want it in terms of, just to solve for it, it says round to the nearest hundredths, so that's 2 places. So 21 times your pi symbol in your calculator, you get about 65.97. On your homework assignment, I put the I don't want measurements here. Do not put cm, do not put inches, do not put the square, this there. Just put the number for all of this from now on, even for your homework, for anything, unless I specify what you might use. So again, just stick with the answer. That's all I want. All right, next one. B, you're finding the lateral area. Here, you're gonna calculate to the nearest hundredths of a centimeter, meaning you have to round it in the end. So lateral is equal to pi times your radius times your slant height. Here they give you the whole measurement of this whole line here, but we only want half of it. Remember, diameter, the radius is half the size of diameter. So if diameter is 10, this has to be 5. So don't just put any numbers because it looks like, I have to use it, so just use it. No. Make sure you're understanding that it's radius. Your slant height is the side, which is 10. Simplify this, you get 50 pi. Simplify again, 50 times pi, and you're rounding to the hundredths, you get 157.08. Do not put centimeters, do not put centimeters squared, just this. All right, example 2, now we're dealing with surface area. To find the surface area is the lateral area plus the base, but what I did is just made it easier. It's the lateral area equation right here, plus the area of the base. The base is a circle, so the area of a circle is pi r squared. So I just made this equation, makes it a lot easier because you won't remember the lateral area anyways. So example 2. So you're gonna solve for this in terms of pi. That means they want that pi symbol on the bottom. All right, so now the slant height, it's like the L, it's not actual H, so it's a slanted height, is 5 and the radius is 4. They don't have a picture drawn, but I like pictures, so I drew it. So here, the surface area, to find it, is pi times your radius. Looking over here, your radius is 4, times your slant height. Your slant height is 5. Plus the area of the base. So the lateral area plus the area of the base, that's what the capital B means, which is pi r squared. So it's pi times your radius squared. Your radius here is 4 squared. So you have an equation that looks like that, and then simplify. Make sure you're always applying PEMDAS to it. So 4 times 5 is 20 pi. And remember they said to keep it in terms of pi, so you're not multiplying the pi out. So 4 times 5 times pi is 20 pi. Plus 4 squared is 16, and times pi is just 16 pi. Now you're combining it together, so there's like terms that you can add, so it's going to be 36 pi. Not 36 pi squared, or centimeters squared, just 36 pi. All right, next one is volume. For the volume, it's 1/3 times your area of the base again, times your actual height. Your actual height is just going straight up and down. So it's from the cone to the base, a straight line going down. So for volumes, remember you have to keep in mind, are you looking for the lateral or are you looking for the side? Because sometimes they'll give you this, they'll give you your radius, but they won't give you this measurement. And you can easily find it by using Pythagorean theorem, because this creates a triangle. So, in case they're asking you, for this, the slant height will be 3. So 3, 4, 5 type of triangle, or if you use Pythagorean theorem, you'll solve it right away. Anyways, volume, 1/3 times the area of the base times your height. So example 3, they don't have a picture drawn out for you, and I did not draw the picture out. Oh, here we have the radius being 3, the height being 5. We have to find the area, and they're saying for this, the height is actually 5, so it's not the slant height. They will specify if it's slant height. So volume equals 1/3 times base times height. Before we even solve for this equation, we have to find the area of the base first. The area of the base is pi r squared. So r squared is pi times 3 squared, which will give us 9 pi. And I'm not going to multiply the pi out just yet. I like to do that in the very end. Now, let's go ahead and use all of this. So volume equals 1/3 times your area of the base, which is 9 pi, times your height, which is 5. So it's 1/3 times 9 pi times 5. And when you multiply that all together, 1/3 of 9 is 3. 3 times 5 is 15 pi, and then just multiply, or just multiply all three together. And when you do that, you end up with about 47.1, I believe, units cubed. Remember, volumes in terms of cube, but we're not going to do that here. So it's 47.1. Last one. They're cooking funnel cakes, so we have the display here. They want us to find the volume. There's a difference between finding the surface area and volumes for questions. When they're asking you to wrap the cone with something, so they want to dip the cone in chocolate and wrap the outside, that would be surface area. Surface area, I would compare it to a perimeter. So you remember, you're putting fences all around a certain house, that's perimeter. But now they're saying that they want to fill up the cone. How much batter can that cone hold? So if it's asking to hold something, that would be volume. So volume is like thinking of a cup, and you're filling it with coffee. So you fill it all the way up with coffee. That would be finding the volume of this shape right here. So they're just trying to fill up the cone there. You're finding the volume. So here we have the shape here. They have the radius 1.5. They have the height 3 inches tall. So they didn't say the lateral height. They just said it's tall, as in 3 inches tall. Now let's go ahead and find the volume again. So the base, capital B, is the area of base, pi r squared. The radius is 1.5, so 1.5 squared, and you end up with 2.25 pi. Again, multiply the pi out in the very end. Now, I get 1/3 times the 2.25 pi times your height. Your height was 3. 1/3 of 3 is 1. So therefore, it's 2.25 times pi. You end up with 7.07. Or 1/3 times 2.25 pi times 3, you'll end up with an answer somewhere around there. If you're off by 1 decimal, it's not going to be wrong. So very easy, very simple. Just take it one step at a time. You do have the book in front of you. You have the equations in front of you. Use that as an advantage. Love you guys. If you're missing any type of work as well, if you want to see what your grade is, if you know that you're missing a lot, let me know. Email me down there and I can try to help you out, work with you, because some of you are missing quite a few assignments and you don't want to retake this class next year, because then I will see you next year and you'll see other people next year. Bye-bye guys. Miss you.